Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Seuna Yadava, which I know South India has become a mess, but we will be getting them back together again. What we mean is that no longer the Rashtrakuta are a threat to our interest. Even though it is ran by our dynasty, but it should be belong to me, Daharasena. Oh, the first of what could possibly, we hope, of many in the future of this series of Warrior Maharajas. He is a tough soldier is what we know about him. He's also a flexible leader, which means that the enemy defensive advantage will be reduced. And he's also an open terrain expert, as most of the Deccan Plateau region is plains. Until we get into the forest. That's forest, not jungle. There's a bit of a difference. So we will be expanding southward instead of northward. Even though we could get parts of it back, but we don't want to betray our Marathi ally. We'll give that a moment for registering. Yes, Daharasena, he has two claims, Karnata and Telingana, two kingdoms that are held by my half-brothers. We can get this one easily by war, and so will this one. But we're gonna need something. Hey. Look, give it a moment, because difference in military strength. I just became crowned, you know. So here's what we know of Daharasena. He is a strategist. A man who knows a lot about strategy, rather than gallantry. Which we'll go for that path too. Our skirmishers will fight well, and we know how to counter them. And when I lead troops, they'll be moving fast, and we'll take less retreat losses when the things don't go our way. And we can last longer in supplies. And we need sappers, and then I shall become strategist. But simply for the sake of it, take chivalry. Get two of these, and we'll start working on gallant by taking this path. As I said, the first warrior Maharaja, as the Marathis were known for their great warrior prowess in their culture. I may not have the prestige now, but kind of put the council together. Oh, you'll get it. You'll do very well. Now for steward. It's just a Dalapati, so no. Spy master. Oh yes, you. I need you to disrupt schemes, because we're going to be expanding soon, and I need protection from any kind of threat. And I'll make sure you start endorsing me. I could meditate right now, but no. My first order. Let us host a grand rite before we go to war. As my fellow witches arrive in Devagiri, I catch a glimpse of an unfamiliar face. When I go to greet my nephew, Darnidara, he introduces a strange man as Indraraja. They are old acquaintances. It turns out that he asks if Indraraja may join our rite. You got a reputation, don't you? Here, Warbadam, you'll be my guest of honor. As the moon rises in the heavens heralding their arrival, I could feel my body responding to the strange energies in the air. The silhouettes around the great bonfire are silent, unmoving, waiting for their witches to come. As the host of this gathering, it is up to me to begin a ritual. I will... Nodding my head. It's general insistence, right? Recess ruler, let me see. Yeah, that's fine. Play some tricks with sounds and shadows. The blessings of the devas are many, and among them those when to apply a little trickery, with some help of the mirrors, horns, and willing assistance on a spectacular show. The air is thick with a thrilling mix of fear and excitement. I can't remember the last time I felt this alive. Now that the main ceremony is finished, my guests and I are free to worship as it pleases us. Ask him to instruct me in the art of poetry. Go for scientific immediately. For faster progress. Because we're looking to get some wood steel as we expand southwards. We'll get it in 7 years' time. That's good. But just a moment. The Grand Rite ain't finished yet. Now you know who is attending. My guests and I worship the devas, exchanging sacred knowledge and tied deep bonds. My mind is buzzing with new ideas, but my body is desperate need of rest. A warm bed's never felt so tempting. May they watch over us until the next Grand Rite. Hey. No? Difference in military strength, I see. Man, after all, I just became Maharaja. Well, actually, wait until the 21st. Okay, try again, one more time. Mutual alliance. Mutual alliance. Because we do need help. In case we get attacked. We can get the kingdoms on our own. And also, I thought about converting to Hinduism. The question is, which in particular? We know that in most of northern India, Sri Kula Shaktiism is the most dominant one, and they have the most holy sites. Which, if I were to join them, I'll get +2 learning, better clergy opinion, more piety from my Shubias, diplomacy +1, and powerful vassal opinion will like me more, small health boost, +1 stewardship, and courtier and guests will like me more, +1 martial, with less friendly fatal casualties. It's tempting, but let me see, reincarnation, so the conversion resistance is up. Inner journey, which is, well, we still get to do meditated seclusion, reducing stress and whatnot. And puja is just a Hindu way of saying ritual hospitality. It's too similar to Jainism, especially with these two tenets, and the reincarnation thing is. But the equal thing, however, both men and women can be commanders and knights, but it's still a male-dominated society we live in, so I don't think we have warrior women yet, as far as Province is concerned. I don't think there are that many here. That's going to have to wait. But it's tempting, I know. So I'm thinking a different kind of Hinduism. Locally, there is Krishnaism, which we know it's monasticism and esotericism. There's no Smartis, no Kalikuta Shaktism. Shivaism, that's monasticism, reincarnation, and puja. Isn't that the same? No. It's just the differences have that as a monk, but we still have temperate as a virtue, which is rather good to me. Now, Vaishnavism has esotericism, reincarnation, and bhakti, which can decide to pick a personal avatar to venerate, gaining a related bonus. Now that's another tempting one, because out of all of these, oh, and also we miss out this one, the Advaita Vedanta, which is probably not that common. Monasticism and inner journey and reincarnation. I think that just sounds a bit too nice for them, but we're becoming more of an expansionist here in the Deccan. But ideally, I would go for Vaishnavism, which views Vishnu as the Supreme Lord. Because that Bhakti decision, it's like having a personal avatar, as in like having a patron saint, patron deity, patron angel, all that sort of thing. And plus, when I look at the list of sins and virtues out of all of them, even the dead ones, where if this was around, it would just be that. Smartism has Bhakti and monasticism. Although, based on what I've noticed, this has the least amount of sins. You just have to be not greedy, nor wrathful, nor ambitious. Which, you know, ambition kind of runs in the family. So I'm thinking that over this one. Of course, that means we won't get all the benefits unless we fight for it, but you know, I have a habit of doing underdog stories and whatnot, so wait for that conversion until later. Because why? We're going to be expanding. You may never know if all these vassals will accept Hinduism into their lives instead of Jainism, which has dominated South Indian politics for the time. And plus, there are other Vaishnavists out there. And they do have one holy son in their control. Kanchipuram has plus 15 fertility. But we have the money. We're ready. And we're ready to win them all. That kingdom is mine. But wait. You can't. Oh, don't worry. Let's go hunting. There is plenty of time before we go to war. I'll be hunting here in Purnagiri, Temple Land. You get negative prestige. You will take a creature from a myth, perhaps the god disguised animal form. It was the largest boar I've ever seen. Even after the beast was wounded, the chase lasted half a day. It is still an imposing sight, like that performance. This one will fetch a fine price. I need some of that for the feast upcoming. There we go. Now we need to raise a little bit of money. Yes. What's your education? Getting into stewardship, I see. Actually, you'll be more suited for marshal? Sure. I shall raise you too, because I know a lot about the marshal. Now, Gangabai. She's charming, goes for diplomacy. Shall be a... Also, I want those lands back, so... Do you think I should? He's trusting. And he's got lover's fox. Women won't like him when he grows up. And I know our income is rather short, so I will actually go meditate for this time. I'll go up to these remote mountains. And this will be one of the last few times I'll actually meditate, so... Early on I'm a Jain, but I will become Hindu later. Hindu is a Persian word. Around here, it would be called Sanatana Dharma, or in other general English, and I heard this from the History of India podcast by Kid Patrick, he calls Hinduism Brahminical orthodoxy. So after these months, once I finish meditating, then it's time to go for a feast. But fortunately, this character, unlike his predecessors, is not prone to stress. But I am lustful, so be careful who you seduce. Till this May. We shall be ready soon. Heck, I think we're ready now. It's only 75. Out. Out! They have an alliance with Chera Nadu. That's plenty. But it is not enough. And they chose to ally with the Ajagavraj. That's from further up into Varanasi. Perhaps we should get them first. It's the easiest target. You know, that's just for starters. Go. Go quickly. Not worried about them. We'll get them soon. And once this is all done, convert to Hinduism. Because there are probably going to be some vassals that want to accept the new faith. Well, new to them. Because the era of living in peace, ahimsa non-violence, is over. Although it is tempting to convert to spiritual Shaktiism, was the most popular of the Hindu faiths, but I think I prefer Vaishnavism just by the look at the tenets. Of course I wouldn't find anything, that's why I'm leaving the Jain faith. As soon as we get these realms reunited. But it is tempting to assassinate him. Because, you know, kid slaying is very bad. Do it. Start the murder scheme. How much? You must be the spy master. Yes. You'll do. It'll be in a year's time. Definitely get it by then. Oh, and by the way, ancestors of ours invested in that fort. Much like we did with Karnata. Which we didn't invest further than that. But I want to assassinate him to get these lands back under my control. And these kingdoms. When I say my control, I mean mine. I want it all. 2 sons and 2 daughters is enough for me. Nodding my head. That's one. Really? After all this? Leeds defending against title claimant. Who else dares want your kingdom? Oh, that's a considerable force. Well, we are defenders. We're defending against the Pallavas. It's an unpressed claim. And he's poor. If he dies, war's over. Call the allies. Both of them. One of you. This is a defensive war. Damn. Support it. Should be good. And it looks like we're going to get a fifth and final child out of this one. Cousin Narendra has been slain. Where's the enemy? Don't let the bastards attack. But I shall lead the army. I'm very much skilled in you. Hey, since we got this Raj here, it means we can expand a little bit. Alright, incredible work. Truce is over between us, son. Did I call you son? I mean my half-brother. Sorry. Go. Are those Charanadu forces? Mahayarparam. Yes. They have more soldiers than us. They're trying to go for the hills. Perhaps the jungle by then. Oh, we gotta trick them. If that's even a good idea, because chances are even. I have more commander traits, and I prefer to fight in the plains. But Indra Raja will help us out. Make him walk. Stalling for time until our ally comes in. Okay, one more time. Let's go. Follow us if you can. Are you coming? Oh, the Raj's got a massive advantage over me. He's got chivalry focus as well. But we have the numbers. Well, they don't get much of the defensive advantage. We got the Raj. Bye-bye. This has been happening a lot. Who is my rival? Oh, no, we're gonna do that to him. No. Should have a dignified burial. And unfortunately, Devagiri, there's an outbreak of disease here. This has been happening a lot lately, isn't it? Now pay it to me, and your claim is forever lost. We can actually do this all on our own. So let us recover a bit before we make our next advance. We shall get rid of you soon. You lost that land, didn't you? Yes, you did. Taravadi. Which, I don't think we ever invested much in that. No. Just only the crop. My son, Daharasena. We're all guided by rules greater than ourselves, child. You should be humble. Sounds a bit contradictory, but still. Shavanti. Shavanti, is that how you say her name? Anyways. 3 daughters, 2 sons. It's quite a family. A claim on Madurai. That's over there. The time has come. My heads are in place, and one will pay the assassin the very night the deed will happen. Another will ensure that the walls are unguarded. The third will leave a subtle trail of candles to Rajkumar Aditya Varman's bedchamber. And soon these 2 lands will be ours. Do it. He escaped unarmed. Lucky bastard. The assassin made it inside the castle, but did not reach his chambers. When she was spotted and the alarm was raised, the assassin immediately made her escape, and has not been seen, heard since. Not been heard since. At first you don't succeed. Shoot. Yeah. Bring you 2 more. All babies cry, but oh, Shavanti, there is no end to the tears. I desperately want the midwife to ease my worries, but her furrowed brow makes everything worse. The lady's not getting wages, so to take good care of her, my lord, but in the end, her life is in Karma's hands. She's sickly. She'll live. I know it. You want the Maharashtra throne? You think you have what it takes against me? Who else supports it? Radhapadi? Oh, they outnumber me. For the son and a passionate shy. You gotta be paranoid, because... No. Things are gonna get worse, because... Lanka won't be available for help. Well, what about the other ally? Will they help us out on this one? Yes, they will. Just for reference. We're gonna need another ally. Particularly that neighbor up north. They're good. So yes, now we know who. Yes. This is why the first legacy we picked is desirable match. Better marriage acceptance. Because of, well, we need alliances, and fast. Let's move the rally point. We'll have to get Karnata later. You better back down or I won't answer for the consequences. Meanwhile, we'll kill the Rajkumar. The man in charge of cleaning the clothes the Rajkumar Scout's brought to me. No one will notice him tamper with the clothes. And if something distracted for the guards could be planted, what would you have of me, my lord? God, I'm in no mood spending money. Cut holes in their clothes. In improper areas. Who's paying you? Is the real question. May the cancer take you. Who else? Oh, and he's not been swayed. Oh, he's a very sinful man. This is why we want to go to Hinduism as soon as possible. Oh, I did say, may the cancer take her. But now she takes over. This just keeps getting worse every time. And that's my effective spy master too. She's not going to be my spy, so... Come on. Is there a better steward out there than him? No. So, it shall be you, half-brother. Just need your help in assassinating the other half-brother. In 1 month. Ant has been slain in battle. Any time now. Got some combat practice. It's interesting. Soon our troops will be better at sieging. Okay, I guess we'll get one more child. And you're past childbearing age now. And I guess you can bear one more. I don't know if that's going to be good for you. In no way we're going to please them. Now we're just playing a waiting game. You are delaying the inevitable. We will get you. Oh yeah, that's why. She's my friend. In addition. Now we have better siege progress for a man of arms. Mostly the skirmishes and archers. Today I am observing Rajkumar Haripala, who is my half-brother and vassal, who was the former king of Maharaja Telingana. As he trains some of his new levies, but the recruits under his command resemble a disorganized mob more than an army. I look on as he struggles to gain control of the situation, clearly pushed to his limits. Oh, it's never easy to train new soldiers. He seriously needs to do better than this. At least he's still positive with me. Teach him what I know about command. He will make a decision based on his personality. He's a gracious atheist, so who knows? I pulled the Rajkumar over to one side while his recruits attempt to continue their training. The key thing with training new soldiers is instilling discipline, I told him. Without that, you'll be unable to depend on them to follow your orders. After I finish, Harapaladeva takes me before strolling back onto the field, where he quickly takes control of the situation. This will make him a better commander. Hope so. And be careful who you're gonna... Oh dear. And she is this woman apparently is the reincarnation of this Bengali. Huh? Of some lowborn who was a... Okay. It's interesting to know how reincarnation works. Whereas we Jains have always been stuck in the cycle of life, rebirth, and all that stuff. After we get rid of her, I'm gonna have to assassinate one of them. Try this again. You got lucky the first time, but not this time. And thankfully, my involvement in the crime remains unknown. More taxes, more levies. Oh, they captured him. They got the kingdom. Saibai. Now it's Lanka. The Labakana are back in power. Oh, we lost our ally. Now there's what's left of them. Yeah, that's the original. Huh. But they're not powerful. They just got lucky. Now we got more levies. So... Sure. Oh, what the hell's going on over there? Oh, it's Liberty War. We'll initiate the next war in a second. Now they are discouraged because they don't have the military power like they used to now that we got the land back. We've got Nasakia and Vatsaguma again. Full control. Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land suffer all manner of abuse and their routes are fraught with danger. In order to protect the pilgrims and secure Jerusalem for Christ and the people, His Holiness openly sent us and accepted the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. This could be the beginning of unprecedented Christian aggression. Oh, now protect us. Of course, this does not concern India one bit. And welcome to the Coven, Nahas Sahib. Thinking. We don't have people with good education for learning, but you'll take it. You better endorse me now, or else. Also, get back to disrupting schemes. You may never know. One of those vassals wants to put a knife in me. Whereas you can never betray me. You know a lot about these things more than I do. No, we have to cover up your wrongdoing. I know I'm getting there. I've been doing that a lot. But I'll put a stop to that soon. Now they're discouraged. Now we can finally do it. It's gonna be all mine. But they lost that Liberty War because he's been captured. Now his authority's been undermined. They've been beaten. It is going to be useless for them to resist in the next war. So hang on. Okay. Now start the next. And I'm not concerned about the forces of Taranadu. Next to the sappers, that's 3 months. Run off. We're just going to take your capital first before we go to Van Sparta. I'll take the lead. A claim on Ratskonda from Orangalu by the Kakatiya. Does he have no shame? You're going to be next once we're done with uniting the realm. Oh yes, we have these areas further south. We'll go down there as soon as we have your daughter. We have your heir. Hunt them down. Get the Maharaj. We'll go down to the deepest of jungles to get him. Come on, go around it. Another claim. Who are these people? Make your advance now. We had to go to flank them. Don't cross the river. We have not captured, but where did Charanadu go? Let me see. Places that are worth capturing that would take less time. Here, because it's the nearest fort. Just capture this one. Go down in no time, unless the son and heirs come of age. He's a charismatic negotiator, but quick-minded. He's a compassionate, shy, paranoid man, which unfortunately he'll be extremely prone to stress. We'll see for it. there'll be no ransom until then. Hmm. There's the forces of Chivalrous. Fighting against them would be risky. Just take one more territory and it should be it. Fighting against combined forces will be a challenge. Good. Good for two things. Endorsement and the kingdom. It is back under our control. And there is nobody that can stop us. That's the span. Now we got a lot of vassals under our control, which means a lot of people to watch over. Some of them may join the factions against me. Especially this one. You think you figure her being such a bad person would be more prone to be assassinated, right? Get rid of her, her claim dies. I know she is my cousin. Whereas he is a terrible person, but he's my chancellor. Now we have to deal with Lanka, our former ally. If this can make you any happy, I will push your claim. No need to seize it. But there are other places, like Charanadu, but it's going to cost us a lot more, so it's better to... Or just get the damn county for yourself, and then give it to her afterwards. Lanka's weak, so we'll get them soon. But now, we must convert to new faith. Because I decided that the Hinduism that we will follow would be Vaishnavism. Because I find it, the Bhakti thing, to be a little attractive to me. I'm not sure, but here's what we know. It's monogamous, always divorce, close kin taboo, marriage of any extended family members or close family members is forbidden. Sexual relations between any extended family members or close family members will give the incest secret. Same-sex relations are accepted, but deviancy, adultery is shunned. Witchcraft is still accepted. The clerical gender will be only men, but the Jain ones we had were for life, but this is temporal, revocable. So rulers appoint their own realm priest or court chaplain. The realm priest or court chaplain can be fired and replaced by a new appointee. Swamis are ultimately servants of the realm, and so should be able to hire and fire by their liege of only small restrictions. And yes, they're allowed to marry too. So marriage is a holy institution, and the Pujari should be able to take part in like any other faithful adherent. Look, the easiest thing in the world would be convert to Srikula Shaktism, but I mean, they have the most holy sites and the most bonuses. Especially this one in Tavaka. Which that one would be very good for us, but since we're going to keep things south, Vaishnava is popular on the southern half of India, so it only makes sense. Where the Srikula dominated north and rivaled with the Vaishnavites south, with a bit of Krishnaism and Shaivism. But again, there's very little difference between them other than the tenets, overall. So we will convert to this new faith, but here's one problem. Not everyone will convert unless we do a bit of convincing, such as making the vassals look more positively on me. I mean, after all, we've been on a bit of an offensive as of late. And my diplomacy skill isn't good, so I'm gonna need some help. need to increase the opinion. But do I really need to sacrifice? And plus you can get the rest of the piety easy. Just go meditate again. Just do it here in your own castle. Don't worry about it. Camp cooks. By assigning a portion of levies to collect, prepare food for the rest. More men are more lured in from the countryside, drawn in by the smell of food. More of this. Oh yes, and we got no precision. I'll look into that. Would you like to be a physician? I know it's not your thing, but you gotta make it work somehow. But beware, more factions joined. This is why we don't need to, take it easy, give it a rest, because we know this was coming. Because they still want my throne, those bastards. Especially those new vassals that we acquired. This is why we can't rest easy. And another reason why we wouldn't want to go for Hinduism immediately. It's gonna take them months. Or we'll be getting more levies, which I don't think it'll be enough. Huh. Let me see. Like, if I was to have a hook on anybody. A hook on her? No. Oh, yeah, that's my half-brother. Oh, you shall have it back. Because if you want her, then go get her. I ain't gonna stop you, but I'm gonna lose some dread. Dread? Of course. The dread. Such as those who don't give a damn. Yeah, a little bit of dread will do. A little bit of intimidation. Hate to do this to you, but that's tyranny. This ain't. But be careful who you assassinate. Be careful who you execute. Know your vassals. Raja Konka. Yeah, that's my vassal. They did expand further down into Kerala. Never noticed that. That's where you got your strength from. You've got 10 months. Should I kill my cousin? Oh, damn. Ridiculous money. Help me out on this one. It'll be 11 months. 8 months. Damn it! There's more of them. I could be a very wrathful person when things don't go my way. We worked so hard to win this kingdom. You okay? Thank you. We may Yes, thank you. Start sending gifts. Maybe we can convince at least one of them to slow down their advance. So, who hates me the least? Is the question. You. Don't forget to do some swaying. I can do you some good. That's not good enough. At least some stress reduced. Hate to see my kid go to the revolt, but it's going to happen. She's no longer sickly. We will fight back hard against these rebels. There shall be no independence. And this one's the biggest contributor. Mahadevi. He's from the Lamamba Raj. Oh, really? Is that so? Yeah, go ahead. At least you got another vassal now. At least do support me a little, brother. 'Cause I'm going to need all that kind of help to put a stop to this potential rebellion. Now I'm a strategist, and I'll soon be going to gallant. +3 martial, +1 diplomacy, more enemy fatal casualties, and cross this water without advantage penalties. There's plenty of rivers in the Deccan. If it's a rebellion we want, it's a rebellion they're gonna get. We're not afraid. All is fair. Many treatises has been written on the honorable conduct of war, but those authors' lives weren't on the line when they put pen to paper. Should I want to maximize my chances of winning in battle, it may be worthwhile for me to consider employing some more unorthodox strategies. No, I'm gonna take a risk on it and see what I could do. Hit and run tactics for 5 years for this war in the Deccan. What's expected to happen, so see what I could do. Lately, it feels like I've been constantly distracted by lavish thoughts and erotic fantasies with all the hardships of my everyday life. It's all too easy to lose myself in daydreams and forget about reality. Maybe a different kind of outlet will help. I'll be more athletic. +1 prowess. Yeah. Let's go out and work off some stress. Let's go. As I finish yet another lap around my castle, I can already feel my worries driven me off together with the sweat. Some people say I run for my problems, but I say run towards solutions. Liberty faction disband. I got another light footman? I don't remember that. Oh, half brother. For those asking, it's like, where did you inherit it from? What do you think it needs more of? I mean, you can always just increase the size a little. You got allies. Don't worry about picking up. It's not what RSS was hoping to find my spy on secret conversations, but discovered truth about Telingana's unusual habits does not hurt. Perhaps this could help my efforts. Courtier of the Rani. Strong hook! Excellent! We plan on assassinating my cousin, so if it were to ever get discovered, I'm gonna need your help. Need all the help we can get. Kill the Rani before this escalates into something ugly. Added yet another member. This is going to be a widespread rebellion, which we can end it very, very soon. Here it is. To my liege, the right to rule the Seuna Yadava belongs to Rani Urmil of Konkana. By divine right, we have gathered support required to make it so. Accept this fact peacefully, or we will make you do so by force. I will not be threatened. It's vastly inferior to us. It's 90% now. Can no longer sway her. It's no longer our concern. Even if assassination fails, I will defeat the armies in battle. You started this. You're the leader of that rebellion. And we're gonna kill the Rani. And that claim dies with her. And this nonsense will put to an end. And we'll come back to a better understanding. We will defeat you all one by one. Do it. Yes. Got it. War against tyranny. Against Maharaja Daharasena. I was using a nice spell. And it's no longer valid to continue. Who else dares? Watch you get a better vassal opinion to each and every one of them. Everyone will hear their grievances. About to get this in 8 months, and this in 10 years, so the first thing I'm going to get is hereditary rule. Yes, you have rebelled against me, but I'm giving you all a chance to think about what you've done. Anyways, who wants to go on a feast? Feast, anyone? Right, who has come and who doesn't? That's the real important question. Rani Bhagavan Vahavanga. Shui's coming. Dambara Simha too. But he's a bit intimidated by me. Knowing what I did. Get well soon, Maharani. Kinda need you here. And have brother. Talking, baby. Welcome, friends. Let's celebrate the fact that we prevented a widespread war from getting uglier. The great table seating the upper nobility. Dice gave a loud crack, and a moment later gave in under the weight of food and gilded decorations. Our most distinguished guests and I had to be fitted among the lower nobility. I ended up close to my brother, Daria. As high nobles mingled with the rest, words of both friendship and community were exchanged among people who rarely associate. He and I Ended up talking all evening. It was great. Not the last time we faced and laughed at each other. What a great night. We may have a populist uprising soon. Need to put a stop to that. As my guests leave, they seem to depart in good spirits. I'm also being to see that Daharasena does not carve out saying farewell. We both know that we will be seeing each other again soon. What a man! Every guest likes me now. That'll put some respect into my name. A lot of daughters for potential alliance creations. Holy war. Oh. Sure, but I ain't coming up there because that's a bit far off and there's also other problems which may come soon. Now it's Mahadevi's the one I have to watch out for. How old is she? Maybe I should romance her. Nope, not it. Seduced? Nuh-uh. Is not unhappy with her husband. Oh, loves. Okay, I guess swaying it is. Well, how'd you like to be the honored guest? Then we'll start swaying again. She contributes a big time. Be careful where you spend that piety. You're going to need that for the Hindu conversion. She'll be a practice. The clanking of mail and the clash of swords rings my ears as my chivalrous practice to arms. I studied them intently, trying to ascertain each one's particular strengths and weaknesses. There could be little rest for them. For as soon as the bell is rung to signal the end of the mock melee, the stable doors are open in time to bring out the mounts. Today we are going field riding. Judge Ravel glances at the mud fields at the bottom of the hill. These could serve as the ally of an enemy army, he says. I inform my chevaliers as I inspect the battle line, prepare them for the strategy at hand. Martial lifestyle? Or let's have a third commander trait. Aggressive attack. Charge! I heft my axe and lead the riders in a mad dash down the hill. However, for all this seeming chaos of shifting armor, raised weapons, and battle cries, there's a plan. As we smash into the imaginary army on the field below, every soldier finds their place in our line, readying strikes, falling back, twisting reins, and leaping back into the fray. We rush over our enemies like a force of nature, and they will tempt like a tree before the tempest. We will cut down every last man in our path. Speak it fast. Like a real motivated Indian warrior. Or a Marathi warrior in this case. I banged the table once more after I took that drink. They'll all be showing forgiveness soon, I hope. It's just we gotta stop the ones who are contributing to potential populist rebellions. Or anything that affects the crown. Yes. No? So we need to get her. That's a big get. Well, not, because some are more zealous than others. I mean, it's alright that half the realm should convert to Hinduism. But truth takes time. It doesn't hurt to go on a pilgrimage while we're at war, so it does hurt. It hurts at the fact that we can't go. So, For now, your priority is to get every vessel to like. Okay, sure. You're gonna be a useful ally to me. And the Lata's the one that started, that's one area. Okay, we'll go there. Of course, I'll be there. And nope. One little quick war wouldn't hurt. Except financially. Since it's a bigger army nowadays. Daharasena comes of age, a tough soldier like me. You got siege weapons? Good. Hey, damn it! Fine, we'll take over. Don't take long. Crap, they're getting more. We'll deal with those populists. They actually have a damn good fort. Really? Thank God. Alright, what's the target? Oh no, wrong war. This one. Yes, that's the target. Here we may have to intervene that other war up north too. Cause I got to go on pilgrimage. You've got the objective. You've got your claim. Tekara of Nasarika. Alright. Go down there too. It has a weaker fort. Good. Our troops will do well. Finally got the wood steel. A hereditary rule, it'll be for 30 years. Which I highly doubt I'll be around for that. Done. Okay. Let's go help out with this other conflict. It's a long way away. There'll be no attrition on the way up there. Thank you. Where's your enemy? And you want the duchy of this area. You'll get the objective, we'll take the capital. No gold. level 3 fort. Ganga by. Good. Just a reminder. After them. I could definitely defeat them. Because I have more command troops than any of them. We got it. War's gonna be over. At least I gained whatever piety I could. Stop, stop, stop. Need that for the upcoming pilgrimage. Right, let's have a look again. To convert this faith I need. Oh. A lot more are accepting, but the more people that want to accept, the amount of piety increases. Longer journeys are more expensive, so minimum cost is 100 now. There's no piety in this, but a little bit of dread will do. No tyranny here. These two will be left alone, unless they got money. Just in case. There you go. Learning skill is terrible. Can't get rid of you. Unless we can help out with that, but we may. Now my prowess has increased as I will be going down this route. Don't know if I'll become gallant all the way at my old age, likely, because I'll probably be around for a long time. Which covered, temperate, and athletic. I may definitely live up to my 70s, I predict. Don't you worry. And don't forget the other places that you're going to expand sooner or later. Just go to the rolling hills. So now my priority is get more piety. We can expand slowly but surely in future conflicts, but we'll do whatever you can. Okay, there we go. Just fixed it. I just noticed that. Hope I got rid of that damn sound. Apologies in advance, ladies and gentlemen. It's just I knew there was something going on. Do we need more people who are into intrigue? Anyways. Oh dear. Oh dear. Just shaking my head. Well, anyways, we gotta save up that money for that upcoming pilgrimage. I don't know how much to be exact, but we need some more piety for dark conversion to Hinduism. So you don't need to do that anymore, so stop that and start working on foreign affairs. Wait till we reach 200, and I'll see too if we can go to, somewhere for a pilgrimage. And plus, not every vassal should like me, even though I told him to stop with the foreign relation nonsense. Alright. Now we can open up another legacy. Should I choose? My fertility is fine. But I'm thinking this more than the other. Like, that one should be third. This should be second, you know. Chances of inheriting those good traits and chance of new good traits. Noble veins it is. As we are noteworthy, and in the future we shall be reputable. Oh, that's part of Gujarat, that's not... But don't forget, we will soon expand upon being a Chalukya area, especially in Orangalu. We'll gain contested county. The Kakatiya will start working for us. Shavite Telugu. Keep that well in mind. And then after that we will convert to Hinduism. Okay, someone will not convert. But we need this amount of piety. After I finish my meditation, of course. Which I'm meditating here. My friend just died. Right. All that stress is gone. To me, all of these are important. Time to go. Go to Lucknow. Radha. That's in Pala Kingdom territory. Go long. Do whatever it takes to get more piety. And this could be the last Jain pilgrimage for the Seuna Yadava. I go with the saviors. I must wait however long I may be gone. It's time to depart now. This is where I'm headed. To Lucknow. Not to be confused with Lucknow. For every week that passes, my fellowship grows ever smaller. Some have gone as far as they can before the need to return home overtakes them. Others have met with less fortunate ends. Most worrying the fact that several of that group of my personal guards is then not an alarming rate. That fact alone shows what treacherous journey this can be. All I need is protection of the gods. finally here, body and soul, at the great temple of Lucknow. As the Upadhyaya offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had to happen for the gods to bring me here at this moment of time. I have walked the holy path. Yep, I'm a proper pilgrim now. What are they like? Clearly a bad person. And it is good to be home. Oh, you damn fool. Anyways, let's make this official, but let's look at this one more time. Like, I'm really thinking about Vaishnavism more than the others. Let's check the other hidden faiths again. I find this most attractive because children of the learning focus may gain a wise man trait if they do well in their studies, and it is a virtue to be a wise man, a mystic, and a miracle worker. Reincarnation is a Hindu thing, but bhakti is rulers can decide to pick a personal avatar to bring getting a related bonus, which would be interesting to me. I would choose that over Shaivism because that one to me is kind of a bit close to Digambar Jainism, a little bit. This also has Inner Journey, Krishnaism, which is a minority, which I don't know who the hell follows that, but it has reincarnation, esotericism, monasticism. While this is most widespread, but it's equal doctrine, which, yes, women can be commanders, and that's very interesting, but I think the succession for some of the counties, like you could say, if a little girl who is not yet betrothed could be betrothed to some male, patrilineally in some other country. I can't allow that. So it has to be a male-dominated thing, which is a terrible thing to say. Gee, you know what I wish? Why can't we just create a Hindu faith entirely, where you can have reincarnation, you can have bhakti, but I would love to have Inner Journey, so we could still have to meditate in seclusion. Because you know how it's been working out for the family at times. That's what I would like to have. Like, why don't we just create an entirely new Hindu faith? But that can only be done if we have a ruler of a very high learning education. But the problem is, what the hell are we going to call it? But anyways, this is what we're going to go for. Vaishnavism. This is it. 12, 14 my vassals will convert, so will my old family. The old faith will consider me a stray, like everybody else. It's only Ratabadi and the Daharasena Raj. Those are the ones that will not convert. Here and there, which is the closest to me. So let's make this official. The first ruler that has become a convert from Jainism to Hinduism. Here we go. So Vaishnavism has spread into this land, but the only holy site we have is Kanchipuram. Our priority is the Deccan. If we can create the Deccan Empire, then the first place that we should get is Gujarat, because it is the home to this other holy site, Dwarka, because the martial and the friendly fatal casualties would definitely work for us. The rest up north is kind of a bit far-fetched, and it's a lot complicated up there. Down here is a bit more sensible. Wish there's somebody over there where you can get a claim just to grab that, and then we'll get it. But the easiest thing in the world for Lanka is to, well, That for starters. But subjugation, we do have the prestige. That would basically means we have both Tamilakam and Lanka. And of course, to do that, you have to be exalted among men level of fame. I am distinguished, but nearly halfway of becoming illustrious, so as we no longer have the confines of viewing reveling as a sin, now to be virtuous you have to be temperate, honest, content, and a wise man. Fortunately for me, I'm temperate, therefore I'm virtuous in the eyes. There's absolutely nothing wrong in being brave or lustful here. And especially there ain't nothing wrong in being a witch. Oh, you have to be up into the Ganges Plain region. Like, at least... Oh, the realm capital has to be moved up there. Well, that won't happen until, you know, basically the Empire of India when it'll be formed. But now, every new ruler will mark this as a different, important decision because it's what a first ruler should do. Every devata Vaishnava should have bhakti, or devotion to a specific god or goddess who most strongly resonates with their soul. I should contemplate the various beings and decide which one calls to me the most. Contemplate. Bhakti. Bhakti can be likened to the feelings of fondness, devotion, and worship, but none of these fully encompass the concept. By devoting myself to an avatar divinity, I'm committing myself to them in body and soul. Vaishnavism focuses on the veneration of the various incarnations of Vishnu, the Preserver. Of these aspects, one must speak to me more than the others. Want to have a longer life? Perhaps more stewardship for the domain taxes of those of the same faith and more monthly stewardship life actions. Wow. Oh, Jagannath, which sounds like me, because a man of martial principles. Oh, Hagriva, for more learning and piety. Or you could just wait at the moment, even though it doesn't cost you nothing. I'm 45 years old. I'm expected to live up in my 70s anyway. One thing I do lack is the learning. And we kind of need that learning if we want to get to partitions faster than possible. So, I'll pick Hagriva, the god of knowledge and wisdom. The horse-headed god of knowledge and wisdom. It also means a little bit more piety. And you can choose whichever, again, as you wish, as long as you got the piety for it. Okay, you can actually pick that at any given time, when the situation demands for it. I like that. That is the reason why I chose this faith over Sri Kula Shaktism. It's because of Bhakti. And as I said, well, why can't we have both Bhakti and Inner Journey? I'm fine with the reincarnation because the chances of a reincarnation giving bonuses to piety and opinion sounds very interesting. So, Inner Journey. Or asceticism, because they're both the same. But what's the difference? Because this one, you can... Yeah, that makes all that sinful, including either reveler, but what about Inner Journey? And of course, you can. But, oh wait, I'm fine with everything else. It's this thing. And well, it makes impatient sense. It's just the meditation is what brings the wisdom here. But of course, to do that, you gotta have an extremely high amount of piety And, and of course, you got to have a certain trait to further reduce that. And that trait I'm talking about is profit. It has to be a ruler with very high learning and very pious. It's the only way it can happen. But for now, it's going to be like this. Likely for the majority of this playthrough. Because that's going to be our main faith for the time being. So, now, what will be next for the next episode? Well, one thing's for certain. We gotta save our money, go hunting, and then fight the wars against our neighbors to expand further down. And no, we don't have this. Interestingly, it's Hindu territory, not Buddhist. It's been like that for a while. So remember, if you want to control the entire Deccan, we have... Okay, I own 31. 50 out of 62. Taking Lanka is going to be the best bet. We can take bit by bit of areas, like the Vengi Chalukya, which we can take the county of Orangalu. Taking on the Palavaraj, well, we have no claimants here, unless we got guests. You got anything interesting? No. How much prestige does it cost to invite claimants compared to Shubias? Oh, way more. Yipe, yipe, yipe. Well then. Guess we'll start after looking for claims. Although we could fight just 2 wars. One them and one them. Nothing down there. And if I were to be around for subjugation, then I must live long, which no doubt it will occur. Need a bit more prestige and diplomacy, as I will look to get to work on the rest of these. And Count will be good, and then become August. No need for learning. You've already determined your Bhakti. You're Hindu now. Vaishnavite in particular. Now things are looking up. So, as we take a... Oh my goodness. I was about to say, we have to take a look at Europe for the first time in a while. There is an empire in Europe now, besides Byzantium. Allied with Scotland. Complex situation, but it looks like the Muslims have gained a foothold. Now France stands in their way. Finland is a kingdom. So is Estonia. Great Moravia has not fallen to the pagans. The Kunzakao are Orthodox. The Croats are around, but unfortunately the Bosnians are a minority, which, by the way, as a reminder, once the Indian series is finished in the coming months, Bosnia will be the next playthrough. It ain't gonna end up looking like that, I can tell you that for certain. So, we hope you enjoyed this episode that, well, we control a large chunk of it, but can we expand more? I got a long life ahead of me. More prestige, more fame coming ahead. But of course, you could create more titles if you got the money. Because, you know, the further prestige you gain, added more to the progress. All that and more in the next episode of Seuna Yadava. But until then, so long for now.